Hey, what's up, Buttercups? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, back here again for another review on Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4, episode 11. Can I get a witness? Hey, can I get a witness? Because Michael Darby sure the hell need a witness. And so does the cameraman, because he down to the basement grabbing on boot ties. He loves male boot ties. Where's the butt? Where's the sausage? Either way, if this is your first time here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and please be sure to tell your friends and family about Miss Sophia the Diva and all the great commentary I'm providing for you guys. Also, everyone say hello to Miss Pumpkin. This is my fur baby. Sometimes she likes to be seen on camera too. She's a star in her own right. This is Boss Lady Pumpkin, okay? So, last week, the whole down went down and Monique talking about dragging folk at one point because Candace had gotten on everybody's goddamn nerves with her incessant picking. And Ashley, look, we get it. Ashley did all this shit for 3 seasons and now she's getting her comeuppance. She's in the news headlines because her raggedy ass husband don't know how to keep his raggedy ass paws off of people. I mean, it makes no goddamn sense. But when we open up this episode, essentially, Candace and her mother are having to sit down and journaling and trying to follow the homework that Dr. Ken has provided for them, okay? But I truly do believe that there may never be any progress between Miss Dorothy and Candace. Or as I like to call Miss Dorothy, Gertrude. Oh, Candace, you don't know what you're talking about. I love how black mothers love to diminish their daughters. It's so refreshing. And I had no idea her mother was even at the house. I said, hell, well, this is probably why she was acting a fool at the hoedown, because her mother done come to town and is now staying in her investment property. And what the hell was that confessional look that Candace had? I said, first of all, there were a couple of looks tonight or in this episode I was disturbed by. And her new, not the one with the ponytail. I don't like the eyeshadow with the ponytail. I don't like that. I don't know who thinks that's cute, but I wasn't here for it. It's like you trying to paint a second eye on top of an eye. That's what it looks like. But what do I know about makeup? I'm basic as fuck when it comes to that. A little eyeshadow, a little lipstick, some foundation. I'm good, okay? I didn't like that look. She looked like Eveline on Atkins Diet. Yeah, if y'all know who Eveline is, that's the Wiz. Okay. So Candace said that her mother is the shade monster. And she kind of is, because we done heard Miss Dorothy say some things that were just very inappropriate to poor Candy Girl. And, everything she said and did to Candace, she was like, you're being shady. You're being shady. Out of order. Disrespectful. But I'm like, and Miss Dorothy said it best. I'm old. I've been doing this for years. And I don't see a change for her because, number one, if that's her mindset is that I'm incapable of changing, then Candace, you just going to have to make some decisions about your relationship with your mother. Quite frankly, I think that, yes, continue to go to therapy, but honestly, I think that the relationship is so toxic and in breakdown until you may have to unplug from your mother for 6 months, perhaps after you move out. Which is interesting because, let me go ahead and skip right here. There was a triples dinner for couples. Thruple. It was a thruple dinner. 3 couples. And I found it interesting during the home discussion when they were talking about buying a house, how Candace felt led to say, yes, we also need a room for my mother in our house. And I'm like, but why though? The point is right now you're trying to get away from your mama. That don't make no goddamn sense, Candace. That's why at this point, when she said that, I was thinking, y'all doing this shit for a storyline at this point. Robin is trying to get furniture to stage in the house so that she can show it, her investment property, because she wants to hurry up and get her profits, because, they dwindling and depreciating every day, honey, that house goes unsold. We learned that Karen has advised Mr. Ray that she wants to go to a taxidermist and be stuffed after death. And Ray was like, well, I don't think I'm going to be the one to do it because I think I'll be gone before you. But on a serious note, older men may think that. Sometimes it don't happen that way. Oh, excuse me. I just had a moment. I have a friend who married a much older man, and she passed away first. And now he's raising their child. So Mr. Ray, it can happen. I'm not saying I don't want anything to happen to either one of you because you all seem so happy in this next phase of your lives. But I'm just saying. Here's the other thing I don't understand, but I understand Giselle a little bit better, but I'm like, but I guess anything to keep them checks coming in because she got a $900,000 house with probably $200,000 or $300,000 worth of work that needs to be done to it. Giselle is all up in Ashley's butt and business these days. Why? I just want to check on her. You know, she's like my little sister. She's my friend. She's my friend. And I'm like, since when has Ashley really been that good of a girlfriend to you? She hasn't even been a good girlfriend to herself. But honey, whatever it takes for you to sleep at night. Okay. Giselle meets up with Ashley at Oz. And Giselle was asking, of course, why Michael wasn't there because this is his business. I was like, that's kind of shady. Because she was like, this is his business. And I'm like, that's kind of shady, Giselle. But what I found even more disturbing with this is the fact that Giselle goes on to share with Ashley that she had a Target event for her cosmetic line, her business, every hue, and said, but the question on everybody's mind is, what's up with Ashley? How's everything going? Here's my deal. If people were at your event asking about Ashley, you should have told them, that is not my business to discuss. That is up to Ashley to discuss with you. Now, how may I color match you? And kept it pushing. It's none of your business. But she's digging. This is her storyline. We saw on Sister Circle. For those of you who haven't seen, the clip is circulating on Instagram. I think it's called the Tia Potomac, which is like the official Instagram fan page for Real Housewives of Potomac. And Giselle said that due to Ashley's legal embattlements because of Michael, she has taken on the role of being messy. Basically is what she said. And I'm like, that ain't a good look. But it makes sense now, and I think most of us kind of had concluded that's what she was doing. Furthermore, Ashley really can't speak on it because the less Ashley knows, the less likely Ashley will have to testify. Now, I don't know because I do believe that there has been a chipping away in some jurisdictions on spousal privilege on matters. So I don't know what Ashley could proffer on the matter if she had to. But it is a current legal matter and she can't speak on it, which is really ironic. Or, yeah, I think ironic would be the proper term here. But it's really ironic because Karen told y'all the same thing. And y'all just were relentless in telling Karen that she knew so much about what was going on with Ray's tax troubles. Karma is a bitch. Clankety clank, clankety clank. Then they showed a confessional look. And I was very disturbed. More so... What the fuck was that on Ashley's head? God damn. I didn't know what I said. It looked like some... What badger did she get that off of? I was like, where's she going, Jesus, with this unit? But she be talking about everybody. I'm like, where's she going with this unit on her head? Giselle's unit or weave or whatever it was she had and her head was thrown off tonight. Because it looked like it was extra puffy here. But it wasn't like it was... I don't know what was going on, but soror, that wasn't cute. And then, you know, of course, you had that second confessional look for Candace, which just was not cute. I don't know what was going on with the lady stylist tonight, but they were maybe just a little off. I do say I did like Karen's Tina Turner, I don't really want to fight tonight look. If y'all remember after the Tina Turner movie, that's when she was doing the Hanes commercials. And she had that new haircut, which was really cute. Kind of got my Tina going on today. Alex Rogers, I'm sure. I haven't watched his review, but I'm pretty sure he had a field day with it. He does this song. What is that on your head? Oh, what is that on your head, Ashley? Oh, what was that on your head, girl? But Ashley was very defensive during this conversation because Giselle was like, well, do you believe he really did it and all this stuff? And so Giselle asked a general question, which was, are you okay with Michael grabbing ass? And Ashley immediately got defensive, saying that Giselle is implying that he did it. No, she just asked you in general, are you okay with Michael grabbing ass? Because it's not the first time that he's done it. I didn't know we had sonogram or 3D imaging parties, but Monique and Chris have decided to invite Karen and Candace down to the sonogram center so they can get a 3D image of the new baby that's coming, of which the sex they do not want to know. Karen came in there giving sexy aunties. I saw some comments about the unit that she had on when she arrived, talking about her lace front arrived before she... I didn't think it was that bad, and I didn't think it was no more bad than what we see a lot of these people on Love and Hip Hop and everybody else running around with. I mean, I thought it was still cute just the same. Chris did check Monique about talking about she was going to drag somebody in that bitch. He was like it was wrong. Meanwhile, little Chris was looking like, ooh, daddy has spoken, okay? But they, I think this will probably be the last child that the Samuels have, because the agitation and irritation in Monique and Chris's voices when dealing with the two they already have, I was like, I think this is going to be, and Chris was like, stop, I'm trying to enjoy the moment. I was like, oh shit, his patience has run out with y'all. Y'all been sit down, you big daddy that told y'all. Sit down. But I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't scared of my daddy. My daddy's 6'8" and used to be a linebacker too when I was little. He used to tell me stuff and I used to keep her right on doing what I was doing. As big as he was, he didn't intimidate or scare me. They also have a moment with Candace, Karen, and Monique talking to Candace about her behavior, and they feel like her relationship with her mother is spilling over into their friendships. And Karen was like, I'm not talking to you in the capacity of a mama, but more like a big sister. Because, honey, Miss Karen came in there looking like the sexy aunt that has all the good gifts for you at Christmas and birthdays, okay? But basically, Candace is, to me, Candace seems like some sort of trauma victim or something, where she just immediately is always on the defensive, always ready to strike. Because Dorothy's always striking her, and but don't do that with your friends. You need your friends. I really, honestly, again, would advise Candace to move out of her mother's investment property. I think that would be best. Also in this episode, parenting and the realization that your children don't think you're that great of a parent, even though you think you're doing your best. I appreciate that in them showing that moment with Giselle. Giselle and her daughters, she's trying to get them out to try new experiences, and that may even mean going outdoors, which it turns out they're not outdoor people. I'm like, why are we outdoors then? That's what I would be asking Mama. They're at an apple orchard, they have lunch, and they talk. We learn that her daughter, Angel, feels as though her two sisters are more loved, and she's the least favorite child. But Giselle says, that's not true. And I'm just like, but you just asked her how she felt, and she told you, and then you diminished it and told her that what her experience is not true. She says that she just feels left out. And I know that for Giselle, that was a tough pill to swallow. While two of your daughters say that they think that 100% of the time you're a great parent, your more serious, responsible child tells you only functioning at 79% in her world. I know that it's hard to hear that, and I also know what Giselle is trying to do. The truth of the matter is that people tell you shit like, we as women can have it all. We can be parents, wives, career women, taking over the world. But there has to be a balance, and sometimes things get out of balance because you're taking on too much. And I get that Giselle is trying to leave a legacy by running her own businesses and having multiple streams of income. But at the same time, her relationship with her daughters are suffering. And one in particular is because we learned that Giselle basically says, I never have to tell her to do anything. She always does what she's supposed to do. She's my strong child. Well, here's a message for you parents who think that your strong children are okay. We're not okay. We need love and affection and attention too. And yes, I said we because I honestly feel like sometimes my mother felt that way about me, like I was going to be okay. And the truth of the matter was I wasn't okay. So the thing is this, is that I'm glad that Giselle carved out some time for her to have mommy and me time. And I know it's got to be hard because she's raising 3 girls. Okay, so we all have, and I was like, Poe Angel, if you had a brother, none of y'all would probably be a priority because mamas love their boys. And that's just the bottom line. They will protect them at all costs. and trust. I grew up in that capacity too. And nothing against my siblings or anything like that, but the boys were just favorite, and my cousins and and it was weird because the setup of some of my friendship dynamics is where we were the oldest, and then our little brothers were our little brothers who mommy loved or seemingly favored. And, you know, Giselle says she doesn't have a favorite child. Studies have shown parents really do have favorite children, and they do. But they also feel like the ones that are a little bit more weak need the most attention. But as a parent, you need to be able to provide for the needs of all of your children. That's all I'm saying. Robin, let me just say this. Robin, like you said, you do not need to give Juan a baby. She at the hairdresser, Shirley. People going in on Shirley online. She the one who had Robin looking like that. Somebody said they believe that she cut off Robin's hair because she was tired of hearing about her one. So the shorter the hair, the faster she could get it done. I don't think that's true, but Juan says he wants a daughter and he wants to be available for that child since he wasn't there for the two boys. That's because you were out building wealth, which Robin helped squander away because you were a pro basketball player then. You try to play it. Now, either you put a ring on it, walk her down the aisle, and y'all continue to be together, or y'all go your separate ways. Quite frankly, in Robin's storyline, we have never heard tell of her going out to date other people and be with other people. Her whole world has always been Juan. And Juan was very much justified in leaving Robin and divorcing her because she went against something that he told her it would be ill-advised, and she did it anyway. And they ended up losing the family money. So they were broke ass. But I just don't think now would be a good time for her to be procreating with Juan. So I would definitely pump the baby brakes and figure out, one, are we going to be together as husband and wife, or are we going to continue to play house? Because it's not healthy for me and it's not healthy for the boys. Ashley goes to her therapist. Y'all, the difference between her and Kenya Moore's storyline is that we never heard tell of Kenya going to therapy for her messed up relationship with her mama. With her mama. It was her mama. But Ashley, we learned like what we all knew. But it's a little bit deeper than that. Ashley goes to her therapist and basically says that she sees Michael as her husband and as a paternal figure. I was like, I think y'all are past the GST threshold, generation skipping tax, which I think that you're not considered a skip person if there's 38 years, 37 years. I think Michael is well ahead of you on that. But either way, I don't know what kind of Freudian, dysfunctional, psychosocial shit that was going on with Ashley, but I kind of felt like she married an older man to take care of her and provide for her and to be like, hell, honestly, he's probably old enough to be a grandpa, to be honest. But also because her father was absent. I don't know why females function in the way that they do. I think because society has told us you need both parents to survive and to be made whole. And I don't think so. I don't believe that. I think that it would have been nice, like if her parent had died or something like that, that makes sense. But if they were absent for a reason. It probably was the best thing for you not to be around that person, because you don't know what kind of parent and what kind of road that could have taken you down. And just to go off the beaten path, watching Iyanla Vanzant's most recent episodes with the twins and their brother, the twins were removed from the home because their mother was doing drugs and was raised by an aunt. The youngest son, however, was not removed, but he had to sit there and watch his mom get high every day. And now he has a lot of anger and resentment. He loved his mom for being present. She was present, but not fully there for him. So sometimes it works out for the best, but I know there's still a void. I don't know. But either way, Ashley, somebody pulled up a picture of Ashley's father. He is a white man. He looked like Michael. So basically, she did marry her daddy. But now she goes to see her mother. She's a bit bougie. Is that tap water? Because they say it's not good for fertility if I drink tap water. I hope Candace get a hold of that. Like, now you can't drink alcohol. You can't drink tap water. Is this filtered water? I know it sounds bougie, but I mean, I don't know what the doctors are saying, because I had a friend years ago who told me that the doctors encouraged her to drink tap water because of the fluoride in it. I mean, I don't know, but I was like, oh, you fancy now down to your mama house. Okay, you know, are y'all paying for that house too? So we learned that Ashley has reached out to her white father, and he blocked her on Facebook. He doesn't want to have anything to do with her. I could tell, and viewers on Twitter, we were all on Twitter, and we could tell that Ashley's mom is not telling her the full story on why her father and her didn't work out and why he left them. And Ashley started crying and putting on this show about why he don't want me. I don't understand, you know. I was like, well, now's a good time as any to try to explore that matter since you and Michael are stronger than ever. One or two things are going on here. Maybe even three, but I know for sure two. One is he don't believe you're his. Number one. Number two, he knows you're his, but don't give a damn. But number three, which kind of ties into number two, is he knows you're his, but he doesn't want a black daughter. That is a sick, sad reality. And people were online talking about, that's a lie. It's not possible for somebody to marry and then somebody get pregnant and then they leave them. Oh, but yes, it is. I know. I have family members where that's happened. The father found out the mother was pregnant. He decided he didn't want to be married or be a father, so he divorced them. It's happened in my family. It's happened in countless others because some men just don't want to be responsible. So supposedly Ashley's daddy is down here in Georgia, and I guess we'll have a Ashley finding my father. Where is my father? At some point, but also the family that he has, she said she got pictures of all his kids. Yeah, white kids. So that right there, I think it probably is a race thing, and maybe he was ashamed of the fact that he had gotten taken up with a black woman. Maybe his family are traditional Southerners who don't believe in mixing races. I mean, we don't know what the backstory is, but I was like, here we go with the Kenya Moore story. Now down to dinner. Everyone's together. Before they get there, Candace talks about how she doesn't like fighting with Chris and she wants him to find joy and put it on his back and wear it so they can get through this dinner. Candace, I don't know if she was having a blank moment. We all do. I'm not going to hold it against her. You know, she was like, I want something between medium and well done or raw or something. And he was like, it's called medium. Okay. They get down to the nitty gritty. Turns out, as we already found out, that when the incident with Michael and the cameraman happened in Monique's house. Well, wait a minute. Back up. First of all, Mr. Ray and Monique were shady as hell during this dinner. Candace started singing a little ditty. One thing I can say, I always have believed that Candace can sing. Ashley, on the other hand, that's a different story. Mr. Ray was like, you sing very well, but I also heard someone that be trying to sing. He said, speaking of non-singers, Monique was like, yeah, speaking of non-singers. I was like, oh my God, Ashley and her struggle vocals. Oh my God, y'all are awful. So, come to find out, at Monique's house during the Rainbow Baby Party, while they were trying to take a picture, no one could find Michael. And so they show them in this flashback getting together. It's Karen and Mr. Ray, Monique and Chris, Candace and Chris, and Ashley. And they're like, where's Michael? And she's like, I don't know. He said he was hot. I was like, he hot for booty and sausage. That's what he's hot for. So there were no cameras in Monique's basement. And there are cameras on the outside, but not in that particular area. Then they said something about the fact that maybe someone picked it up on a mic or whatever. But I was like, yeah, but we know how Michael is. Because during that L2 party for Uncle Lump, Michael said, he asked the producers, did y'all get any of my voice pickup? And they were like, I think something's wrong with it. No, what Michael does is he cuts that shit off. And so he knew what he was doing. We learned that Chris said, because anybody was like, well, is there any witness? Somebody had to have been taking a selfie, video, or something at the time that it happened. And Chris was like, the cameraman called me to be a witness because I was talking to Michael at the time that it happened, which, of course, we know Michael can be slick with it. So, I don't know. It's just a hot-ass mess. And that's all I've got on this episode. One of the other cute things I thought about Giselles' daughter. Angel said, I think Grace and Adora were probably lying to you when they said you were the perfect parent. I was like, this child is the real MVP. I love her for her honesty. Somebody said Giselle ain't gonna let her kids take no more. They too raw. They too real. And Angel also don't want to go outdoors anymore, so they gonna have to find some ways to make the indoor fun. But anyways, people, that's all I've got. I've been Miss Sophia the Diva. Again, join me for A Diva Disturbed. Just to let y'all know, my show sponsor today, I no longer have a show sponsor. So July 30th show may potentially be the last show. But, you know, if you want to cash out me or even talk to my show producer, you can comment down below or hit my inbox or contact me through the different, everything will be in the description. But, yeah, Diva Disturbed might be going away temporarily until I can find a show sponsor after July 30th. So it's $200 a month. We do offer segment sponsors. Yes, show sponsors, segment sponsors. We will run ads for you. You know, we can package that all up really nice for you. But either way, I have been Miss Sophia the Diva. This has been my thoughts on the latest episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Can I get a witness? Hey, yes, because Michael need a witness and so does the cameraman too. But supposedly, you know, all this has been resolved. Like, y'all paid him to go away, and Bravo probably could have checked too. But that's all I've got. Chin up, buttercups, and stay fabulous. I've been Miss Sophia the Diva.